Welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. Today I am withdrawing some shale from the bank. Somebody commented that the other day and I thought it was hilarious. So I'm down here at the wood yard and I have a little bit of a mining operation going on here. I don't know how well you can see, but you got a nice cross section here. You can see the topsoil up top. I don't want that. Right below that is a little bit of clay. A little bit of clay is okay, but I don't want too much. Below that is some real hard shale. It's about a foot and a half thick. I want that. And below that is what I call popcorn shale. Makes really nice fill. So what I'm doing, I get the topsoil off, a little bit of the clay off, and just kind of flip-flop material back and forth. And then my good fill, I'm building a pile right here, and it's going to be used over and around the new building over there. It's a little greasy and slimy here today, but it's going to be a lot worse tomorrow if I don't get some of this taken care of today. They're calling for a bunch of rain tomorrow, so I want to get as much done today as I can. The frost is coming out of the ground right now. It's probably about 33, 34 degrees, plus the sun is out. So I'm going to skin some of the mud off. Over there on the other side of the building, I need quite a bit of fill. I need to build up inside the building just a little bit before I put stone on, but eventually I'll have all the water going this direction over there, but I've got a bunch of work to do over there. So for the time being, I just want to build this up inside the building a little bit and make sure I divert the rainwater, from going inside there. So that's kind of what the plan is. Right now I'm going to warm up the skid loader. I don't know if you can see, but over here, yeah, I need a good 1.5 feet down on that low end. Get that all tracked in. And then I've got a pile of number 3 rock over there and a little bit of power rock right there that I took off of this area. So today is actually the first day of deer season here in Pennsylvania, rifle season. And I was out for a couple hours this morning, saw a few deer. I'd kind of like to be out there in the mini cabin right now, but I definitely need to get this done. And I'll get back out there this afternoon until dark. So that's the plan with that. But deer season is just so different than it used to be. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but here in Pennsylvania, it would be constant gunfire from a few minutes before daylight till probably 11 o'clock in the morning, and then it would pick back up in the afternoon. There's just not as many hunters out here anymore. Not even close. I mean, when I was a kid, there was a hunter on every hill and in every valley, and the deer were just flying through the woods. It was kind of chaos. It really was. I kind of enjoy it the way it is now, but it's not, it's not as pressured, I guess you could say. And you don't have to worry about being out there the whole time. I just go out and hunt, nice days when I feel like it and when I have time. So I hope that makes sense. Well, I'm not done yet, but it's good enough for now because I'm going hunting. All right, I last spoke to you on Saturday afternoon, and it's now late Monday afternoon. But after we last talked, I went out to the mini cabin and I hunted all afternoon. I actually got a little buck there late in the day, probably about 4:30 on Saturday, the first day. It wasn't a real big one, but I haven't seen any real big ones here in Pennsylvania this year, and I have so much going on, everything just kind of worked out. It was kind of meant to be, and I made a nice shot on it. It was about 150 yards through the woods, and it was with 2 doe, but I didn't see a lot of deer the first day. And like I said, I think this is about 4:30 in the afternoon, and I got that buck, so I'm pretty excited about that. I tell you, I often think when I'm out there in the woods, you know, what am I doing out here? I've got all this other stuff to do, all these other things going on, and I should be doing this or I could be doing that. But once you see those antlers in the woods, I don't know what it is, you can actually hear your heart beating. At least I can. I still get excited. It's like back when I saw, you know, Melissa for the first time with that big 80s hair in the pizza shop. Same kind of feeling, but different. So that was good. Got a nice buck, decent buck for here in Pennsylvania on Saturday. So my hunting season here is done. Now later this week, I'm going to try to get back down to West Virginia. It's supposed to get cold, I think, on Thursday, and looks like winter's going to set in. So hopefully we'll get some snow on Thursday, Friday down there in West Virginia. I really enjoy hunting down there, but we've just been super busy. Levi is now shipping out the remaining fire starter orders. We try to get everything out within 7 to 10 days, and we're right at 7 days, and things are going pretty good, but it was once again pretty overwhelming. 1,250 bags, 700 and some orders, and mixed with those orders are like calendars, hoodies, shirts, things like that, but the majority of it was the fire starter. But we're improving each time we do this. We're learning a lot, just little different things, like when someone orders a hat, a hoodie, and 2 bags of fire starter, that's a whole different process of packaging to ship than if someone just orders a 5-pound bag of fire starter. So we're getting that all figured out, and we're actually going to get, we're looking into getting a regular bagging machine, because that is definitely the bottleneck. It takes some time to bag everything. We weigh the amount of each one, put it in a bag, put our label on it. So we're now looking at getting bags with our labels already on it. And we're also looking at getting a regular bagging machine. This thing is pretty awesome. I can't wait to check it out. We're definitely going to go that direction. It's a entry-level machine, although it's pretty expensive, but I think we can package probably 2 bags a minute, which is pretty quick. It really is. So that'll be happening in the next couple weeks. I'll do a video on that when we get it. And it's kind of funny. We joke all the time how there's a subscriber for everything, and we mean that. All the different people that have helped us out and given us ideas and different ways to do things. You know, I go back like Plumber Jim. This channel is how I met Plumber Jim. And he came up and helped out, did all the plumbing in the building up there, and we are very good friends now. Great guy. Guy emailed us the other day. All he does is packaging and bagging machines. He sent me all the links to their website, everything they do. They work for huge companies, small companies. I've had subscribers send me links, Matthew, to 2 different trucks, Blueford and the Highboy. So he's the truck guy, but Matthew, I'm not buying any more trucks, so you can stop sending emails. That's what Melissa says. But yeah, I don't need any more trucks right now. I know I'm going to forget a bunch of people, but we always get emails from people, and it's very helpful at times. But there is a subscriber for everything. There really is. But anyway, that's what's going on here. It's Monday afternoon right now. I think I mentioned that. Tomorrow, I don't think they're calling for rain, which I hope not. I got to get this finished up down here at the wood yard. I'll show you what it looks like right now. It's not as bad as I thought for as much rain as we got. Sunday, it rained all day long, probably over an inch of rain, maybe even an inch and a half of rain. And then today, it rained on and off. Nothing like it did yesterday, but I need to get this all stoned down here. I think most of the grading is about done. but get it so we're out of the mud. I mentioned before, you know I don't like mud, and one of the big reasons is you've got everything, you know, stoned up by the house and the driveway and around the building. Well, you don't want to come down here and ignore that call. You don't want to come down here and drag a bunch of mud up to the house. So I'll need one more load of stone besides what I have, and we will be back in firewood operation down here, and that'll be good. But let me show you what I got here. All right, I already have the skid loader, MX 5400, and excavator under there. Kind of running out of room already, because where the skid loader is sitting is where the Wolfe Ridge splitter and conveyor will be, dumping into the firewood bunker there. But things underneath the shelter I've got shaped up pretty well. I need a bunch more stone in there. Over here, I put quite a bit of fill in here. I need to stone all that, and the other side of the pavilion. This area in here, since there's so much fill, I am going to use geotextile again. I'll put it down and we'll get this all fixed up, hopefully tomorrow, because you want to do it before it freezes too. That's the other thing. Like Thursday, I think it's like a high of 30 degrees, but it's going to be down in the low teens. So I'd like to get all this done before that. And then once it freezes up, it'll be great to come down here and cut and split some firewood. But we are way behind this year on production compared to where we are last year. But the way we're getting everything set up here, we'll make up for it in no time once we get started. But anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you on the next one.